What's up, guys? Stas here. So we're going to do a quick little impromptu type of video today on why the stock market just doesn't care about you. That's the God's honest truth. The stock market just does not care about you. And I got this thought about a week ago, and I wrote it down in my notes, and I was thinking to myself, I have to make a video about this because we've seen the markets go from what? S&P 500, let's say 2,200, all the way to where it is now, all-time high. So people are kind of forgetting we've rallied so much, and there's just so much green all over the place. And it's not even about the crash and the rally, but there's just a lot going on right now, and people are just getting so excited, and they forget and they don't realize that the stock market doesn't care about you, and it could turn on a dime. The stock market could rip your face off. You can be in a stock, you're riding the gains. Let's say you're in Tesla, and I'm watching Tesla here live. Let's say you got into Tesla at 1,700. You're up now, now that it's close to 2,000, you're up a couple hundred per share. You're like, oh yeah, Tesla's amazing. Then all of a sudden, the market could rip your face off if Tesla drops. If you're shorting Tesla, oh my goodness, guys, the bears for Tesla. This is a perfect example for this. They got their face torn off. Do you think the market cared about the bears? Do you think the market cared about the bears when Tesla at 300, people were shorting it there, and Tesla's gone from 300 all the way to almost 2,000. The bears got their faces torn off. So what you guys have to realize, and I don't want to be preachy, obviously. Take this for what it is, but the stock market, you always have to be prepared. You have to be prepared for every single scenario that can be thrown at you. And quite honestly, you have to do this in an unemotional, or what's the word? Without emotions, right? You're supposed to do this without emotions, whether it's investing, trading. You're supposed to kind of have a clear, level-headed mind when you're investing and doing all this stuff with the markets. And understand that anything could happen. Understand that the market can rip your face off. Understand that the market can rally. You can make a lot of money. And to kind of combat this, the fact that the market just doesn't care about you, what you have to do is understand that when you're investing, when you're trading, never use money that you're not willing to lose, right? Because if you're not let's say this way. Let's say you don't have an emergency fund. Let's say you don't have anything in savings, and you're playing with your life savings here, and you have no other cash in case of an emergency, right? And you're playing with your life savings in the stock market and so forth. You're going to be very different when it comes to emotions in that sense, because when the markets are going up, you're going to be maybe taking profits a bit too early. You might have a short-sighted mindset, thinking, oh, I need this money in the short term. Let me just lock this quick gain in because I don't have any other savings. If you don't have other savings in terms of other accounts as opposed to the stock market, your stock market activity is going to be it's going to be skewed, guys. And this is me speaking from experience, right? Because I've been doing this for years at this point. And when I started out, I didn't have, because I started from a young age, I didn't really have savings other than the market and so forth. And I made different decisions that way. But now that I've built myself up a little bit, I have a good amount of savings. I have an emergency fund of 6-9 months, whatever, the standard stuff, and I can take bigger risks. I can take bigger opportunities in the stock market without worrying about it, right? And I don't have to lock a quick profit on a stock because I need to go pay this bill or something, or save up for a savings account which I don't have. So it allows you to just let things ride a little bit more, and you can take more risks if you have that cash, right? And I'm thinking, what were we talking before this, guys? And this is completely off the cuff again. But overall, just the market not caring about you. You have to be prepared for everything. You have to have that emergency fund, and not just panic when you're, trading with the money, investing. Try and do it without emotions. And another way, let's say, for example, you want to, protect yourself in case the market does erratic things, which it will, guys. The market does that all the time. I talk about in my videos all the time, you have to have, like we said, cash, emergency fund, whatever. And on top of the emergency fund, you need to have cash in your brokerage account, cash that is sitting idle in case the markets go haywire, right? In case the markets drop 20%. And you need this because if the markets drop 20%, you're going to be able to take advantage of opportunities out there with that spare cash. You'll be able to dollar cost average on positions, maybe open up new positions at lower prices. So having that cash is very, very important. And let's say you want to combat the stock market in other ways, right? And this goes back to what we were saying, being prepared for many different scenarios. And to be prepared for different scenarios, I mean, it's wise to have some assets in, let's say, inflation hedge assets, right? Kind of like gold and so forth, kind of hedges against the dollar. That's going to be something that you could end up incorporating if you want to end up buying some precious metals, which, do well when the dollar's being devalued, kind of like right now with all of the money printing. You can buy some gold and silver, which historically do well in those time periods. Nowadays, in the past 10, 11 years, I mean, Bitcoin has been another asset that's come about that's kind of viewed as the digital gold. And this, in a way, it is a bit more risky, guys, in terms of comparing it to traditional gold. But Bitcoin, in a way, hedges against the traditional monetary system, the dollar, the banking system, and so forth. So that could be a place where you can put in some money. Also real estate. This is a great way to kind of, as people say, the rich get richer during money printing. It makes sense because as money gets printed, what are people doing? They're buying more assets, right? The rich are buying more assets. They're putting their dollars into dollar-denominated assets. And we know that money, when it gets printed, the stock market, it goes up. Real estate goes up. So, maybe buying some diversified stocks, obviously, some real estate as well, and gold, silver, Bitcoin. This is a way to really diversify yourself amongst many different asset classes. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, again, an off-the-cuff video. I just wanted to go over kind of why the market, at the end of the day, it doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care about this or that about you. It just doesn't care. The market's going to do what it does, and you guys have to be prepared for every single scenario. And again, at that point I mentioned earlier about having an emergency fund, having savings outside of the stock market. Quite honestly, guys, don't even start trading, investing until you have a savings account. This way, again, you don't freak out, you don't pull money out, you don't take short-term profits when the stock could go higher, you don't miss out on opportunities and so forth. So that's pretty much it. Be careful out there. The markets are crazy these days. Anything could happen, guys, at the drop of a dime. So just be prepared. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel and let me know in the comments your thoughts, if you agreed, disagreed, whatever, and just chime in any thoughts that you have. I'd love to know what you guys have to think. I always love responding to the comments. And if you guys actually want 2 free stocks before we head out here from Webull, they're linked down below. They're valued up to $1,400. All you have to do is deposit $100 into the account and you get those 2 free stocks. So enjoy your free money. Enjoy the rest of your weekend here. I'll catch you all in tomorrow's video, the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Peace out.